Last time you guys beat a big wooden horse. Um, the battle was grueling, but you managed to blow its sparkly brains out, which Grug proceeded to snort. After investigating the horse's body, you got a lead as to the possible source of the dangerous toy, and possibly some of the other odd things going on in the town. A catering and gift company that Bunny had stolen money from earlier. Pursuing the lead off of the now discarded but vaguely remembered note card, our adolescent heroes arrived at a warehouse where they spoke to a scary-looking worker who, after some coercion, divulged the not-so-secret that the company was run by one Lady Agatha Scowl, local high society elderly grouch, Grinch, and Scrooge.
And possible vampire.
Yeah. Wishing to avoid a dangerous situation before long, the party regrouped at the attic hideout for the night, stocking up on supplies and bartering with the devilish shopkeep Pincher. Grug particularly was rather frustrated with them. One such barter, however, initiated by Reinadon, was in exchange for a large sum of money, Pincher would assist Donnie with the opening of a mysterious ornate box that he had on him. Donnie raised the ante by asking to be present during the process, to which Pincher agreed and mentioned that the process would take place this night, and even bleed a little into them. The kids went to sleep after having made these plans to go see Mrs. Scowl the next day, hopefully to interrogate her as to the goings-on of the city, and with that, we come back to the day. And actually, as 12 hits, this is the end of the second day. Have any of you been awake for midnight over the last few nights?
Let me roll. I'm gonna make a roll.
Okay.
I think it's gonna be charisma saving. Yeah, I'm gonna make it charisma saving.
If you think you would be, tell me. If not, if you want to roll, that's fine too.
So Grug usually is a lazy fuck, and he usually just sleeps heavy throughout the night, usually early.
Mm-hmm.
Could I say that would be fair to say that Grug would wake up early for a reason?
Yeah, absolutely. He seems like a determined young man.
Bunny failed her saving roll. The thing about Bunny is
Okay.
that she is ultimately still half vampire, and staying up during the day and sleeping at night is often difficult for her. So I do think she was quite restless last night, and if Grug is also up, she's probably just hanging out with him.
Okay. How about Poyo or Donnie? I imagine Donnie, you're probably staying up because you're expecting to be taken by Pincher to another place later, right?
Donnie, because he learned from his parents, has had a strict way of sleeping. He always sleeps at around 11 o'clock.
Okay.
11 o'clock.
Would you say that you're still staying up for tonight because Pincher is coming to get you, or are you asleep for what few hours you can get?
He would definitely sleep for the few hours he can get.
Poyo is a big believer on early to bed, early to rise.
Is that because he's a bird?
Okay.
Yes.
Stupid bit. I hate that.
Does he do the cock-a-doodle-doo too when he wakes up?
He does.
Actively. He's done it
Yes.
before in
Actively.
combat. Then just Bunny and Grug. You would faintly hear as 12 strikes. You would hear that midnight bell that has that resonant quality that rings out throughout the inside and outer walls of the town as you hear that faint gong, gong, gong. You recognize as well the telltale sounds of fireworks. Not that you would have heard them too much previously, specifically because they're a new import to the city. Specifically to the short week festivities, every night at 12 o'clock, these fireworks have been shot up into the sky. And as you hear those faint sort of there's a sense of finality to the year. It really gives you a sense of, I don't know if you would know the word ennui, but it's a very like morose feeling.
Bunny doesn't know the word ennui, and I only know the general context of the word. So
That's
I
fair.
don't get it.
I never heard it until now. This is my
Groove
first time
doesn't
hearing this
read.
word.
I'm sorry.
Hasn't read.
Okay,
He
listen.
can, he just refuses to.
The way you
Closes his eyes whenever someone puts
wait.
a book in his face. Either way, yeah, you hear those midnight fireworks, and as you do, I think I don't know if you'd be able to see it through the actual like din of all of the people. However, let me just activate the attic here. If we're all coming to this portion, I think you three are sort of sleeping in your own little areas in the bottom here, and Donnie, as the fireworks sound, Pincher would actually come around and shake you awake. Not heavily, just like sort of tapping you on the shoulder until you wake up.
No. Sorry. Oh, hi, Pencil.
He lost his
Whoa.
parents.
Dude, I'm trying to sleep. Hey,
Sorry.
we're doing the
Yeah.
we're doing the thing.
Yeah.
All right.
Sorry, I was just getting in some rest while I could. If you could unpause the game. So
You're gonna need it. This guy sucks.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Groove takes out his club.
Please.
And
just...
Pincher will lead you up through the main door that he's left open specifically so as to not disturb the other sleeping kids.
Okay. Just unpause the game so I could follow him, please.
Oh, yes, thank you. Forgot.
Oh, sorry, I had a little bit of sleep paralysis there.
Opening this door here as well. This room, by the way, this sort of storage area is actually just full of different like knickknacks and shit
paddywhacks?
that have been, yeah, and paddywhacks that
those.
have been specifically taken here by the orphans from either the previous hideout when they refurbished this from when it was originally the Hatters Guilds, or other such sort of gemstones and fun little things that they just wanted to keep because they're kids. And up to the corner over here, you see there's a little roped off staircase up, which you can only assume is 12's still yet untouched upstairs sort of loft. It just feels a little lonely.
Oh man,
He's
Reinadon's
used
never
to
felt
that.
that before. Yeah, Reinadon's never felt
No.
that. Nothing feels quite as welcoming and fulfilled as, and not lonely as spending your first night literally sleeping on the side of the road.
As you come out into the hallway, Pincher would he has sort of like a little duffel bag. Do you have your box with you, or did you give it to him?
I'm giving it to him now because I did not. Reinadon does not. He knows this guy. He has seen people like this try to con his dad multiple times, and he gets maybe not a full-on con man feel, but he still trusts his gut on this. He does not trust him with the box without like him being there. That's why he said that he wanted to be there when he opens it, so he didn't con him out of it.
The general gist you have. Do you want to make an insight check against this guy? In fact,
Yeah, sure. Why not? Here, let me.
I don't
get
think
my-
you've interacted with Pincher too much, so this
I've
would be a good time for you to.
I've
get,
seen
like,
how
a
he
proper
lit
read on it.
up when I asked certain questions that I knew only a not so, let's just say, moral man would light up to.
Young man, but yes.
Okay. Well, you said insight, right?
Insight.
Yeah, it's
yes.
insight. +0. Let's see what I got. An 8.
An 8? Okay. I
Yeah.
think off the base instinct, you're probably right to be cautious around this guy. You looking at him, you get the distinct impression that this guy is all about money and basically nothing else. And that would lead you more to actually distrust him. However, the fact that both of you are orphans And from the general discourse and like speaking to 12 and some of the other orphans as you've gotten here, you think the main thing that's keeping you safe from this guy trying to swindle you is the orphan code. That if you swindle another orphan or you try and harm another orphan in any way, there's some just stink about a kid. You've met a kid or two before who've tried to mess with other orphans. They're still in the gang, but you can smell it on them. And I think you know that this guy doesn't like the idea of being untrustworthy as a shopkeeper. Better safe than sorry, absolutely. So as you make your way down to the attic's main doors, it's becoming much more apparent that you're heading out of the actual building down to another location. Are the other three? I know that Poyo, you're probably asleep. Groog or Bunny, are you going to do anything? Are you intent on even like following them,
Yeah.
or?
What I was gonna say, since Groog already has his club out at the site of him walking in,
Mhm.
actually I then turned to Bunny and I kind of motion with my finger like 1 second without saying anything, and he like holds the club up next to Bunny. How tall would the club be next to Bunny comparatively?
Is this just like a regular club or a great club?
Regular.
About as tall as her. Maybe a little bit
It's like
less.
2 pounds. Yeah, I'd say like it's about a little shorter than her, maybe.
If
like
she
an
were
inch
standing,
shorter,
she's
but-
sitting right now.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna do some orc measurement, and I'm gonna hold it right like next to her, and I'm gonna like do that baseball thing where you put like one hand on top of the other, and just measure how tall she is.
She's not paying
Yeah,
attention. She's
It's about as tall as it is.
And then just get it.
she's straight up just like staring at something as if following like a fly in the room.
And Groog is basically just getting general measurements of her.
All right. So that's the way that the night's going. All right.
And then he'll
So-
walk up
Yeah.
and he'll try to find where the two went.
Okay. You can make me just a very easy like stealth roll. I imagine they're probably trying to stay quiet as they're going out, but there's like 2 exits, and you don't think the 2 of them are climbing out the chimney.
Natural 20.
Yeah. All right.
You are a
sick.
shadow
So
in the night.
you very easily manage to creep your way to the open door as they are. These 2 are already out the main entrance, and you can feel free to like stalk behind them at a good 10-15 foot distance to the point where they won't notice you. With a natural 20, I'm gonna be just you can stealth behind them. That said,
Yeah, he's mainly just trying to
Mhm.
trying to follow and gain information on Mr. Merchant here.
I was just gonna. It just reminds me, like, whenever someone gets a nat 20 in stealth, I'm just like imagining the whole like. Nevi's seen this video. She showed me. It was that one where it's like the what is it called when they draw over like actual like people in that thing? Rotoscope. It's that rotoscope thing where he's like, it's the following mission where you have to follow these bad guys to their lawyers. Like, what's that? I thought I heard something. And then you can clearly see the guy.
fucking Joel Haver. Yeah.
Yeah, must have been the wind. All right, so what was that? I thought I heard something. Groog's just standing there, like right behind a very skinny lamp. Yeah, must have
This
been my
fear just hiding behind a stick.
must have been my imagination. I swear. Okay, now what was that? I thought I heard something. Groog is like actively like right in front of.
shaped lamp.
You just see
No, it's not even that. Groog literally
see
just has
nothing.
Groog just has an actual thimble on his head.
All right.
All right.
So, the 3 of you, sort of 2 plus 1, end up going down to the main street. You're gonna be as a group, but Groog is going to be lagging behind.
Yeah, I'm trying to stay out of sight and out of mind.
Yeah. You'll have to forgive me, Donnie. I'm not going to have you roll perception unless you have like a good reason to be looking for someone to be following you, just because your passive perception wouldn't naturally find him.
Nah, Reinadon isn't really too suspicious of people following him. He's
Mhm.
more trying to be observant, I guess, rather
Yeah.
than, but not like of people following. He's more like trying to look at the areas that he's already looking at.
Exactly. So as the group sort of descends down, you'd find that Pincher is actually leading you, Donnie, all the way down to the inn district. Um, he seems to be not just going off of the basis of a like a preset plan in his head, but actually like a letter in his hand. You also, as you see this little lake thing here, you see the skating rink that has been used and made over the like local in district, very sort of frou-frou pond, um, which as you sort of pass by, very distinctly looks sort of irresponsible that they just used ice magic to freeze over a local lake and then made it into a swimming like a skating rink. But you know what? Who are you to judge? And eventually, as you make your way along the back alleys and then duck back out to the face of Midtown, you would reach a hotel right here. Or no, what am I saying? Fucking. You realize that Pincher looks at the map wrong and is like, "Oh wait, no, hold on," and then takes you all the way over to this.
This is going to
As
be a
you
long
reach,
night.
yeah,
Go ahead.
as you reach the Grand Babylon Hotel, the two of you make your way to the front door with Groog behind an inconspicuous dust mite, and you note that this door is actually open. It's been left wide open, and at each sort of like open wooden door, which should be closed at this time of night, there are these two little just like cinder blocks that have been used to impromptu leave the door open. Pincher would look up to it and say, "Ah, this is the one here," and walks through, looking at the main concierge, who is currently at the desk but asleep, standing straight up, almost as if they're in a state of like rigor mortis, but they're very clearly like snoring. And he'll say,
He's sleeping standing up.
"Yeah, sleeping standing up."
I know a guy who did that once.
Yeah.
It was weird.
Oh, really? That's cool.
Yeah, it was like a horse.
God fucking damn it.
Pisses me off.
He even
Um,
compared it to that. It was a
to which,
teacher of mine too. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Oh, I see. Okay. Pincher will say, "Man, this guy's methods never fail to gross me out," and he will sort of slink along here, trying to be quiet enough because this is still like a busy and well-appointed hotel's like
Do-
lobby.
Do I need a roll to follow them?
If you make like outstanding noise or something, I'll have you reroll stealth. But until you, if you're just following behind them like Solid Snake, then I'll allow you to snoop without having to reroll. And as you turn this corner to the like lobby's sort of like food area, as Groog barrel rolls behind these small pieces of luggage, you would see at the unmanned bar, there is this young man. He's very clearly a gnome and not like any form of orphan. You see on this table, like at the bar, this young man with a bright pink jumpsuit, except for a hole in his forehead. And he's not actually wearing like the cowl portion of it, but you can clearly tell that it has one. He's got these bright yellow glasses that almost make his eyes look like insectoid. And as he downs his fourth cup of milk, he looks over to you and says, "I see that you finally got here in time." To which Pincher says, "You know I'm not good at directions. Come on. This is my friend I mentioned." He will motion to you.
Reinadon comes up. He's like, "Nice to meet you. I hear you're the one that can help me out with this box." And I present the box to the both of them.
Well, I could help you with you. I might be able to help you with the box. And he will... he sort of hops off of the stool. It's pretty big.
Yeah, Reinadon just like starts looking at what was his name again? I keep Pincher. It's like, I thought you told me you could take me to a man who could open this box.
I am Pim Paul. I pop
Ooh.
locks and I lock pops. But I don't pop physical locks. I pop the bodily lock. And he will he has these fingerless gloves, and as he extends his index finger, you see it contorts and stretches out like it's made out of putty. Like, you know the floops from Spy Kids? Like his finger is silly putty. It on its own mutates and transforms into this long key shape. And he says, "I can unlock your latent potential to be able to unlock this box. However, I cannot guarantee the No, I don't need to sneeze. We're good. The safety of your body." And he will come over to you and say, "Do you trust me?" Pincher's shaking his head at you.
Do I really have an option?
If you want to open the box, probably not.
All right, go ahead.
That's about what I thought. And he will jam his key straight into your forehead. There's an uncomfortable squelching sound. You feel yourself go into a strange catatonic state as he twists his index finger in your head, and you feel your mind expand. You think of so many different ways that you could be better at locksmithing and doing the things that you need to get done. As this comes over your mind, you feel this mental strain also start to take place. You have effectively taken your short rest because it was easiest for the thing, but you feel a wave of exhaustion sort of pulse over you. And as you do, you instinctively feel the need to try and unpick this lock. He takes his sort of index finger out of your forehead and says, "This will be a temporary boon. Any more and your brain would frickin' explode."
Yeah,
So,
I can feel that.
What I'm going to do is, you have the box, right? And Pincher will say,
Yeah.
"Oh yeah, I didn't need to take this. I don't know why I did." And he will give it back to you, Donnie. As it touches your hands, you feel your synapses itch to solve the puzzle that's in your grasp. And unless you, like, if you're trying to not just fall onto the floor and immediately start picking at it with your Tinker's tools this second, I'm gonna need a will save.
Nah, he came here to do that. He's gonna do that right now.
All right, so like a Lego kid, you fall down onto your stomach. You start tinkering with the box. For the visitors alongside Donnie and the other two, this box is laden with these beautiful sort of filigreed engraves, and it's about 2 feet wide, 1 foot long. It almost looks like a small chest of sorts, and the lock is inlaid but very intricate. This is a DC 30. Could you please
By the way,
Sure.
after like for reference, after seeing all that, Groog's already had like taken out his like hatchet.
Mm. Reinadon, you have a additional on top of your intelligence modifier +8 to this roll. Could you please make me a intelligence
I would
check?
need a D20 to do this.
You would need to roll a 20. That's right.
Come
Um,
on. You gave Groog one. You can give me one. This is important. Oh, that's just insultive.
What do you get?
18. I got an
18?
18,
All
so
right.
that's a 28.
You start picking at it, and you see as you do so, Paul sort of comes back around to this table at the face, not picking up his glasses because you don't think he really cares. And Pincher sort of leans against this table, looking down at you. You start ticking and tinkering away, using your little wrenches and stuff to sort of try and undo the lock. Maybe try and take it off of the actual box with as well as it is like situated on the box. Maybe you can like remove the entire lock entirely. And then you realize that it's magically sealed onto the actual wood and like hatch mechanism, requiring you to properly open the lock. This is your first attempt of the night. This is why Pincher said it would take about 12 hours. As you start ticking and tinkering away, you get the impression that you will be rolling a lot of these d20s throughout the night. And as a result, is there anything else you would like to do before you feverishly start going at this? You will be making an additional d20 check every 30 minutes.
I don't really think so. Reinadon is like really set on opening this thing. He thinks he knows what's inside, but he does not know. And if it's what he thinks it is, he's gonna need it.
In that case, Pincher will say, "Well, this is scary, but all the same, I'll get you some food, all right, buddy? You're probably gonna be doing that for a while." And he will climb onto the bar over
Yeah.
the side and start preparing
Reinadon did
you
not pay
some
attention.
like grilled cheese or some shit.
Tracy, don't you
Pim
know?
Paul is sort of just like staring at you with his fingers steepled, almost as if he's inspecting some like lab experiment. And as you're playing away at this, it's also like a little carpeted floor. It's actually quite comfortable to be laying on.
Mm.
He sort of looks at you and says, "Try the other way around." Yeah, like going into there.
Like this?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Oh no,
That's a
too
little-
far,
no,
too far.
Yeah, okay.
And that's about what you would see for the next 30 minutes. Then 30 minutes after Groog. What are you doing?
He's using his spite and hatred to be very controlled in this situation. I will say though, just for comedic effect, he is like an ex-smoker craving nicotine. He knows right now not to grab a piece of jerky, but he keeps having to catch himself grabbing one.
You're trying to slap your hand away as you're like
Yeah.
instinctively reaching behind you. Yeah. I think in this moment, as you are sort of staring daggers at Reinadon and Pimpal and a now escaped Pincher for the moment, your foot taps a little bit, and I think just under your foot, the carpet starts to warp and twist just a little bit. And then it reverts as your tension sort of releases. This will be going on effectively. You will be taking 20, Reinadon, except because this is a DC 30 check and you have a sort of exhaustive effect on you, the entire process of trying to open this box as well as actually what's the word? As well as recover afterwards, this will take roughly 12 hours. Groog, there is not likely to be much change in this scenario. Is there anything either of you end up doing that is noteworthy until morning?
Yeah, I'm not going to ruin the scene. I'm just going to stay here as long as I can. Maybe fall asleep by accident.
My question is, yeah, exactly. How long do you think it takes Groog to fall asleep?
So on one hand, he's a fat, lazy piece of shit. And then on the other hand, he's determined to try to get some sort of dirt on someone who's wronged him.
Mm-hmm.
That, and he's all after kind of seeing like the slurping that happened to Reinadon's forehead. He's kind of like, okay, maybe I should make sure he's safe.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So, if anything, I say he'd probably give in after 2 to 4 hours.
I see. Okay.
Considering he's only like started to went into REM sleep for like 1 to 2 hours, and had to wake up early.
Sounds good. In that case, yeah, I think I'm pretty sure your internal logic tells you not to snore. But as you're sort of overlooking this, you slowly see your eyes sort of close more and more close together until eventually you're on the stairs sleeping your little heart out. Reinadon, in the actual foundry thing, could you roll me 16 d20 rolls?
Okay.
Oh,
Okay.
it added it.
There is 120, and it was at the second, or no, it was the fourth to last roll. All right.
Shit, that would have
So-
that would have sucked if I didn't get one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's at one point where you actually somehow manage to like Chinese finger trap your finger in the lock because you're trying to do what Pim Paul did, and it doesn't work, and it hurts. But
Do I take any damage?
after, no, you get like, okay, these guys are like definitely exploiting you a little bit for your ingenuity, but at the same time, you
getting what I
paid, and
want.
Pincher, like, money is law. You're not gonna get hurt doing something that he introduced you to. So as you sort of work, it's the 6th hour, the first half of the 6th hour that you manage to as your dad's box opens.
Can I open it to a way that nobody else can see but me? Like I just peek in?
Absolutely.
Okay, Reinadon makes sure that, because he made sure to like beat it into his mind, no matter how like intense this is, do not let anyone else see what's in this box.
Pim Paul, after having been instructing you and you having tried the finger thing on his suggestion, he has now gotten to the point where he is counting the hairs on his arm. You do not think he's paying attention.
With this,
Pincher is making a very extravagant grilled cheese for you.
Sorry, go ahead.
Sorry, would this be enough to wake me up, or am I still like dead?
I don't think this would be loud enough for that, no.
Okay.
So Reinadon, while everyone else is distracted, Reinadon decides to slowly but surely, as to not draw any attention, peek inside the box to see what's inside.
You see your father's pistol.
Ooh.
Reinadon closes the box immediately.
Oh no.
Wait, what?
Oh no.
It recloses, but you know how to open it now.
Okay.
Oh.
You have 2 moments where you're tired and you're like, wait, fuck. And then you remember, no, you figured out the combination. It's the internal cylinders seem to rotate on a non-Euclidean axis, but you manage to recognize that there is a pattern linked to a mathematical like formula that was used in the initial rotating wax cylinders of your family's automaton production line, to where you understand that the only way they could have managed this quote-unquote non-Euclidean cylinder is by utilizing the original motors that were in said automatons. And now that you cracked that, you don't need to do that again.
Okay. Run it on like slowly but surely. Like he just kind of like, because he was kind of hunched over the whole time. Just
Gamer back.
and he just stands up and just kind of like stretches around a lot. Like you can hear like visible cracking. Like
Ugh.
yeah. Just like ugh. Ugh. Hold on. Ugh, that was good.
Oh, are you done?
Yeah, I got it.
All right, 1 second. And he slaps his fucking index finger back into your forehead. And he goes. And you feel that +8 drain from you, but so does that mental burden as he relocks some of your latent intelligence so as to not break your mind while you were still young.
So, question, DM.
Mhm.
Is this considered a long rest for me?
This is considered a long rest for you. Reinadon, this is also a long rest, but only because after this, you and Pincher are going to have a delectable grilled cheese time that is going to... You're going to have a good nap. It's going to be just on the brink of keeping you to before you actually get like a level of exhaustion from not sleeping.
Okay. I do also have another question.
Mhm.
Would it be acceptable to spend a regumancy to say that Pincher is now sloshed from being behind the bar the entire time?
I think that is absolutely in character. So as you've been sort of not really looking up, but as you finally crack your back and look around, and Pimpal sort of pulls his index finger back out of your head and says, "All right, well, I'm done. Thanks for the buddy," and just walks out. He just leaves. You see him walk into another door further into the hotel and just disappears through it. You see Pincher, who's just now sort of climbing back out of the like porthole into the back kitchen of this circular bar, goes, "Oh, you did it! Awesome!" And you see that he has under his arm what looks to be a bright... It's like a Goldschlager, except it's just 50% gold flakes. He has downed 2 other bottles behind the bar. And he comes out with the most mom wine drunk beautiful grilled cheese you've ever seen.
Oh,
Oh,
nice.
I've been there. I've made those. Those are fucking great.
Yeah. And he sort of hands it down to you. You did a good job, buddy. Oh.
Is this enough to wake Grug up?
I think with that, yeah.
Okay.
Reinadon is
As
like,
he sort of barely manages to land on his feet as he stumbles on one of the stools and then manages to land on his feet, but barely.
I will say this: Reinadon is like trying his best, but he is like, if you look closely, you can tell he is very annoyed. Reinadon does not like drunks, specifically with an incident with his uncle. That's all he's gonna say. We can go over that another time.
Looks over it. He's used to people looking at him like they're pissed off, and he does not know. He hands you
He's trying to hide it. Go ahead.
Yeah, the grilled cheese he hands over, and he says, "We're taking this plate. All right, we're leaving."
Whatever you
If
say.
that Click wakes up while we're here, we're gonna be in so much trouble.
Okay,
That
that's
one
good.
drunk person at the party that is like, you know what? I'm gonna take like half the cake.
Yeah, no, absolutely. This guy's selfish as shit. As you see, your drunk ever rival and a seemingly... He's like tired, but Donnie seems relatively unharmed. I think you sort of wipe the sleep out of your eyes and see them.
Can
leaving.
I roll to see if just by chance I catch Grug? Because right now,
I mean,
Reinadon, knowing that he has a gun on him, like knowing
Mhm.
fully for sure that there's a gun, he's like having that like beginning like paranoia, like someone might have seen it, someone mightn't be following me, someone might be trying to take it from me, like like when you know
think-
you just did something bad and now you're like darting all over the place.
No, yeah, for sure. That, as well as the fact that you're leaving a business that's like about to open now. Like
So-
this hotel is definitely starting to. You hear one or two cleaners up the hall, so you're more than willing to make
Okay.
a
What do I
So
roll?
perception roll.
Well, I wouldn't even say you'd have to roll. I would say he's more hiding from than. Fuck, what's his name again?
Pincher.
Yeah, I'm
Pincher.
more hiding from Pincher, not
Penny
Donnie.
and Pincher.
I don't give a shit if Donnie sees me.
Okay.
okay.
As Reinadon like goes down, he sees Grug and he
With the
kind
big
of
club.
he kind of yells over to Pincher like no. He'd be like Pincher go outside for a second. I'll be right back. I think I left something down in the hall over there.
Huh? Okay.
All right, I'll be right back. Just wait out
Slams
there.
into the door. Whoops.
Reinadon then like runs over to Grug. Grug, what are you doing here?
I'm just gonna be honest with you. I fucking hate that guy.
Yeah, I'm
So
quite
much.
aware. I'm quite aware. I could see you holding back your fist last time we saw him. I almost got to get in the way.
Yeah.
Okay, so what? You were just checking up on me, or you were looking to try to kill him or something?
Nah, I'm just looking for just shit I can use against him in the future. I really don't give a shit about what's in that box. I didn't see anything. It's more your business than mine. We've all got secrets.
All right, fair enough. I'm just making sure.
Oddly
I mean,
based.
yeah, I guess. Yeah. I mean, I guess he seems to like his liquor, so you can always try to use that against him. I guess.
Though I do gotta ask you something, since we're both alone and we probably won't have time when we get back.
Yeah.
I would like to change the skateboard idea to something else.
Sure. What do you have in mind?
It's a and you kind of see him start blushing a little, like he's kind of embarrassed to say it. A back harness seat.
A back harness seat?
Yeah.
Could you elaborate on that? Like,
No.
you want me to
Like a
add a back
harness?
harness seat onto the skateboard?
No, just. God damn
He
it,
wants a
it's for-
baby harness.
something for Bunny to stand on.
Oh, no, that makes sense. Okay, yeah, I can do that. Okay.
How long do you think it would take you to make it?
Maybe a day or so. You'd have to come with me though, so that way I can do the proper measurements. I don't want to make it too tight on you.
Well, I could
If you
just.
make a check, you can do it during a hour-long work project.
I mean, it could. If I do a right check, I can do it during an hour-long work project, maybe.
God gives you the
can-
thumbs up.
Could we shorten it since I took the measurements for Bunny?
Oh, so okay. The reason why I say an hour is because I think during the point that you would be able to have like a short rest, as assuming that Reinadon has the tools, which he does, and the materials are the particular thing.
Just wood,
if-
leather, and nails.
Wood, leather, and nails, yeah, fixtures. And I would say he probably has the fixtures. I think he could get that done with an hour. The thing is that it would be something that he needs to like actually work on during some downtime. Which means as he's like resting right now, he's already sort of finished his project for this downtime. If you as a group end up wanting to take an extra hour after the morning, I will allow you to do so. Just as long as you are aware it's going to bite into the day.
Yeah, I'll leave that up to the group.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Well, I guess I better go back. All right. You take care, okay? Or keep following if you want.
Yeah, hold on, before you
Oh,
go.
what's
What
up?
the
What's up?
what the fuck that guy do to you with that hand?
It was really, really strange and extremely uncomfortable. Almost to
It
the
looked
point where
very
it hurt.
gross.
It really was. It was like. Imagine if something. Okay, imagine if something crawled into your ear and it was just a little too big. That's what it felt like.
You kind of see
Except
him
my-
like
except my
wince and
brain.
shiver.
Yeah, it was very uncomfortable.
Like he's imagining those videos, like a video where it's like a spider crawls into someone's ear and they have to like pull it out.
Yeah. Luckily, but it was what I needed to do. Yeah, I guess. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I should get back. He's gonna get a little
Yeah,
suspicious. I mean,
I'm gonna be right behind you, so if anything happens, just give me some sort of signal. Just fart
Okay.
or fucking smack your ass, or, like
you'll know.
pull on you or something.
You'll know. Oh, wait. Actually, before I go, Reinadon like rips off like a good corner, or like a big corner of the grilled cheese. Here, I can imagine you're hungry since you've been around this long. Please tell me he didn't just eat it from my hand.
He
What if he
totally
did?
did. He totally did. Let's go.
Like
Reinadon
a fucking
just-
cow.
Reinadon just looks like
Your
you could
entire
see
hand
like
in his mouth.
you could see like Reinadon like was smiling because he was trying to be nice to you, and you see it just like immediately drip to just okay.
He's just staring at you with like awkwardly as the hand is still in his mouth as you just share a disappointed glance.
Reinadon
He
like
just-
slow.
I imagine seeing like I imagine seeing Greg just like slowly pull the mouth out, but he doesn't like pull the hand out, but he doesn't open his mouth, so it's like cartoon lips just slopping off of his hand.
Reinadon then wipes his hands on Grug's
The
shirt.
carpet.
Sorry,
No.
I'm very hungry. I have been denying myself this jerky this entire time. You have no idea.
I started looking at the plate in front of me like it might be a salad. I don't know. See what I can do with it.
The tree in front of me was just so much green.
It's an
Reinadon
orange
doesn't.
tree.
Groog's colorblind. It's fine.
Reinadon doesn't say anything. He just. Reinadon will remember this.
All right, with that, I'm gonna just follow maybe like 50
Alright.
feet behind them.
Okay, I'm back.
Alright.
Sorry it took so long.
Yeah, you did, but whatever.
Yeah,
and-
sorry. I dropped my pocket. I had to go find it.
Dropped your pocket. That's really impressive. And he will lead you back to the
Oh, he's
attic.
drunk. What do you expect? He probably thinks it's something else.
He will lead you back to the attic where you will end up taking the rest of your rest. And Groog, you manage to hoof it back to the place beforehand and quote unquote fall asleep again
Okay.
around the others. So you don't have to worry about sneaking. With that, we're gonna go back in time a tiny bit to 12 o'clock. I'm just gonna really quickly. We are back to the attic. Donnie and Groog come back and then go in stasis as they are shot back in time 10 hours.
And I think we fade back to Bunny, and we look at the room just behind her head, and we see all of these little motes of different colored light. Red and green, light blues and purples. And we see her just staring. Her eyes darting between all these little motes. And eventually, she just holds out her hand, her left hand, and she says in Elvish,
Venir.
and her hand starts to glow. A bright red light. And a little flame pops up. And Poyo, does that bright red light wake you up?
We
And
say
the smell of
staring at
fire?
you.
Does the smell of fire wake you up, Poyo?
You hear him snore, stop for a moment, take a deep breath, and go.
You see her, as you open your eyes, you see and hear, you see the bright glowing red, and she says,
Brilla.
Who's cooking chicken?
and you see this fucking massive fire just in her hand about to catch the fucking tent above you. And you just see her staring at it happily.
He stops for a moment, looks at her with a handful of fire. His eyes immediately shoot wide. He takes both of his hands, grabs her hands, and claps them together to snuff it out.
The glow goes away, and she just looks down and she's like, she looks at you, looks at her hands, looks at you.
But why? But why?
Did you just light your hands on fire?
In response, she again holds up her right hand this time, and she looks around at something that you can't see. And she says,
Venir.
and you see her hand glow a bright blue. And then she says,
Dessa!
Glows a bright blue, and you see her place, like take a couple stones in her other hand, and then put her hands together and say,
Dessa!
and she holds her hand out, and you see glowing stones, and her eyes sparkle at you with expectation.
He takes a moment, kind of smacks his face because he's trying to figure out what the hell she's even doing, and he's like, "You're not messing with matches, right?" No.
Is some kind of new match?
No, she looks at you incredibly confused, and she like grabs something out of the air and she holds it up to you, and you can't see anything.
What are you doing? I'm super confused right now. I'll be honest, but you know, huh?
The glowies! The glowies!
Glowies.
She points at a little thing in her hand that you still cannot see.
But we'll be careful. What did something wake you? Did you hear someone shouting?
She looks at you quizzically, and I think something clicks in her brain. And she looks around.
Do you not see the fireflies?
There's no fireflies in here.
They're all over the place.
She's holding literal magically glowing stones, and you're literally gonna be like, "Yeah, I don't believe in magic."
Well, I don't see any fireflies, but I see that you got some glowing stones.
She throws one at the wall.
It makes a visible indent.
It deals 1d6 plus 4 damage to the wall.
This kid over here is violently awoken by a stone being thrown right next to his head and goes, "Shh! It's 12! Shut up!" Turns the corner.
Bunny hisses at him.
Well, listen, that's kind of neat. I'm gonna assume you weren't using matches before.
Oh my fucking god.
I think that's kind of neat. Did you need to do this at such a late hour though?
I don't know how to respond to this. Poe is so fucking dense.
No, he acknowledges that she's doing something weird, but he doesn't really. I don't think he's ever really seen magic before.
No, that's fair. And I'm not frustrated with you. It's really funny, but I don't think Bunny really understands how to reply, because she doesn't know what she's doing is magic. She just thinks it's a cool light show, and she doesn't, like, something in, like, at first, something in her head, she doesn't understand other people can't see these. It's a qualia, right? It's part of the magic that's awakened in her. And so she's just really confused, and I think she's just gonna give you like this really frustrated look, and then crawl up like one of the tents and just curl up on top of the tent and go back to sleep.
I'm sorry. We'll talk more about this in the morning. Morning sounds good.
That was a fun interaction. That was stupid.
And then, as the morning comes, let's go back to here. Second.
I really hate that I've basically established that she has to vocalize to use her magic. This was a mistake.
Oh, she got better at it. I don't know. So, as the morning strikes, I mean, do you want to do it, Reese?
Sure. Poyo wakes up, stretches himself out, goes to the head of the room where the doorway is.
Oh my god, Poyo's here today. Fuck.
Before he does that, I wanted to make a dex check to tackle him before he could do it, because Bunny doesn't like that.
Would you be awake? Tell me honestly.
I think she after like 2 days of hearing this fucking horrible screeching noise, I think she would be, yes.
Are we back yet, or is it just them?
No, it's you guys are back too. Sorry, here.
I'm gonna help her by throwing Beb
Um, roll me athletics, you two, against Poyo's athletics or acrobatics.
Acrobatics.
Yes.
She's just gonna
No,
like.
You
she's-
have to do athletics.
I
Only
do?
he can choose athletics or acrobatics. Yeah, that's how grappling works.
Oh,
fair
we
enough.
tied, so
We didn't tie. I haven't rolled.
I tied with him.
Oh, what you're
With an
doing
11.
it too?
I'm throwing a rock at him.
I got a 12. 10 plus 2.
12. Okay. So yeah, no, Bunny, you slap at him. You still do the vocalization because you can't stop someone from speaking, but you can like, it's muffled, so only these kids sort of wake up and go. Ah,
you're on a different
We're on the
map.
map.
Oh yeah, that's right. Ha! I forgot I activated it.
And then
It's okay.
I'm assuming because I like got the same number, I barely miss him.
Yeah, no, you like swipe and Bunny just jumps off of your arm and fucking clasps his face.
Oh, boy.
As you wake up for the morning, all of you having your various levels of like sleep and such. Reinadon, you're still sort of catching up on Z's. Groog, you're also trying to, as good a rest you did have, you're still sort of lazing around inside the tent. However, as you have like stopped Poyo from waking people up, I think from outside, like down the hall, you hear, "Whoa, guys, come look at this!" And the sounds that wake you up, are sort of like the sounds that hit your ears isn't a breakfast pot or announcement or Poyo, thank God, but the sound of all of those footsteps sort of rushing to the north doors, as several kids are running up to the outside windows, as even if they are boarded up. Are you guys gonna do anything?
Yeah, might as well.
Am I still sleeping? You said I was catching up on
You
Z's,
you can wake up from the sound of many rushing kids.
Yeah,
As you look out to the windows,
You know.
you'll see the reason why everyone is running outside is because it's snowing.
What time of year is it?
It is the late end of December. And as the snow falls, I think everyone, you see snow for one of the first times this year, if not the first time.
It's short week. It's
Short
short week.
It's
short
White Short
week.
Week. White Short Week.
Short week. The fuck's going on?
So, all of you witness, the snow's falling down. Snow time has arrived. You guys, Poyo and Bunny, we'll do Poyo scene first. As you're doing your sort of morning run in the brisk, cold air, it's definitely like a bit tougher, like on your lungs when you got that cold air rushing through you. But you're doing your best as you can. You do a quick lap around the like city itself to see all of the sort of like areas around Margot Scowl Park, and I think the first thing you recognize is, oh boy, this place is pretty walled off. There's a large sort of metal gate with several checkpoints alongside, and basically only one main entrance gate in the center. Given that Margot Scowl Park is part of the Gable District, which is already pretty bougie, but then also like gated off from even them, you get the impression that it might be a conversation with a watchman to get in, if you don't have like identifiable like notation to say that you are from this part of town. That said, is there any particular thing you're investigating? Did you want to like see the guard stations, or did you want to see?
Yeah, I'll check out the guard stations.
Okay, sure.
Feels relatively important. Especially considering how locked up this park itself is, which in itself is kind of suspicious.
In that case, as you're going for your jog, you find yourself coming up towards this sort of like snow-covered path with this large the gate between Margoscal Park and like the main walls have these giant angled archways. So the actual gate is only like 15-20 feet tall, but the archway goes up roughly 70 or 80, where it then goes back down almost like there's an overhead like walkway on the parapets.
Mm.
And yeah, you are free to move as you would.
Go over this way.
You see a guard
Oh,
sort of like looks at you from the paper that he's holding, then looks back down to it.
yeah, I'm just doing laps. Run up here.
This is like physically obstructed.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Okay,
No, you're good.
so I note the gate. I note the guard thing. I take it there's like windows on every side of this like little guard station here.
There's not windows on this side.
There's only windows on the front facing.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I'm gonna very quietly move my way side here. Just kind of take a look around. Past the gates here, is that overhang like let me see anything like deep in there other than like?
This is a collection of what look to be residential buildings, but
I see.
they're like a few stories tall, like 3 or 4 stories high. They look sort of like those like Brooklyn apartments, except a bit more wide and like aristocratic.
Okay.
You get the impression that once you're in, you can probably slink through the alleyways and get away with a lot, but this checkpoint is going to be a bit of trouble for the people who can't climb over the gates.
Mm.
And as you're looking in, you hear from along the side, "Fucking kids, I can't stand that I have to stay in this guard position. Can't be looking for kids."
Well, if he ain't a sight for sore eyes.
You get the impression you maybe shouldn't go into the view of that watch station again.
Yeah, I'm gonna run past that now.
All right.
I'm just gonna
going
follow
back-
I'm gonna follow the fence along. Is there like any like breaks, anything I can maybe see if I can like slip in someone, like maybe Grug or?
I will say these gates particularly look very well funded and therefore maintained. This guard station has about the same situation as the other ones. The 2 like watchmen sort of just staying inside, looking out to the people who were passing by. You think that getting through like the high walls of the outer side is going to be very difficult for people who can't climb, and getting through these gates might require some sort of deception, or just straight up like an intensely fast like get over, and then you can get inside. But you'd probably need like a plan to get over it.
Well, it's definitely a good thing I did this, because if we just went into this blind, we'd be woefully underprepared.
You walk face into Clodnan, yeah.
Yeah.
I have a question just for Reese's perception. This gate is right up against a building, right? Right over here?
Yes, that is integrated into a building, which is
Okay.
integrated into the wall.
That could be a good blind spot if we could get ourselves a ladder for people who can't climb well. Get up on the roof, drop the ladder, go in.
You would also know that the constabulary is right here. So if
Oh,
you
we're gonna
end
have
up
to be
doing
quick.
something that's if there's something that's really dangerous, you would probably end up caught within 5 minutes as opposed to like 10 minutes, if that makes sense.
Mhm.
It's still a 5-minute window, but like the constabulary is very close. Food for thought.
Mhm.
Is there anything else you want to investigate?
No, I think I'm good.
In that case, as you continue your morning jog, I think there's just a moment of the snow. Reminds you of times back at your own home where it didn't even snow as much as this place, which is already pretty like low in the fact that it's like a seaside city. But just looking over the few sort of floating snowflakes, it just reminds you of that time you had to go out with your family and miss the last show of your backyard sort of brawling thing that you really wanted to sneak in and see. And it led to you sort of regretting it because at the end of the time, that was the last wrestling match that the tailor ended up doing. And then, obviously, other reasons why you're sad that you were out with your family that day. All the same.
Yeah.
Bunny, our other not traumatized friend. Da-da-da-da. Where are you going to investigate?
Bunny is going
Start
just
here.
running about, gathering rumors, intensely trying to just distract herself from the snow.
Mm.
She's wall climbing. She's going into back alleys. Any contact or network she knows in nearby areas, she's gonna try to contact to ask about Mrs. Scowl and her sudden change in demeanor.
Okay. So you're speaking with the Czechs in the area to see what they have through like their postal service, and the Simples. Would you say?
Yeah, that sounds about right. Because I don't think Desdemona would know much about this. She's not part of the Gable district, so I wouldn't.
Not
contact
really.
her.
No, she's more like a thief on the streets.
We still love Desdemona.
So yeah, the Simples and the Czechs are the two that you have the most time to sort of run between. And so because you're taking that extra hour, I will give you advantage on one of the two rolls. Tell me, which did you want to have more? Did you want to have a better insight into the postal sort of? You're good. The postal aspect, where the Czechs would know more about the communications going in and out of Mrs. Scowl's various estates, or the Simples, where you'd be speaking more to the people who have interacted with people, either tangentially related to her or what few experiences people might have with her in
Simples.
public.
Simples.
Simples? Okay. In that case,
That's going to be the advantage one, and then the checks will just be normal.
exactly. Please roll me both. Let's
I'll
start
roll,
with the checks.
Yeah, we'll start with checks because that's just the local area that she's already in.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to use my clarity dice, the Alice dice. Oh, no. Oh, man. That sucks. I think... So, she got a 2. Just a straight 2. And I think
Okay.
she legitimately tried to rack her brain for anyone to contact in the checks, but she couldn't find anyone. The few people she knew, they're out. They're out and about on the town. She can't find them. She's running about, and she just thinks she's just gonna go to the Simples and see what she can get there.
Sounds good. All
Yeah.
right. So you won't lie. You sort of wasted the hour, but you do feel like you might have more luck with the Simples anyway. So the checks might have not really netted too much.
Yeah, exactly.
Give me a roll at advantage for the Simples. Go up to the Open Arms Orphanage and speak to the various kids around there who are
Question
currently
for
sort of
networking purposes. A lot of the priests are kind of in on this, right?
Yes. So
Okay.
at the orphanage, most of the priests of the Avanian faith are very like charitable, and your organization have struck a deal with these priests and nuns and such to essentially run the orphanage in exchange for just free place of worship, and they basically act like nice grandparents to you.
Yeah. Okay.
But like run the PR side.
Okay. Perfect. All right. Rolling.
They're in on it essentially.
That's a 19.
19 is very good.
Mhm.
Plus is that including
That's
your
plus-
investigation score?
I have a 0 investigation score.
Gotcha.
That's
okay.
why the 2 is so devastating.
So you go into the main feast hall of the actual like orphans. There's a ongoing 4-day like week-long feast, essentially short week-long feast for anyone to enter and just get free food, in the spirit of both charity and like the unfortunate. And as
short
you
week, yeah.
are, as you're going through, you end up actually speaking to one of the most devi- I don't know if divisive is the right word, but what's the like
Divisive is like
polarizing. He's a very controversial captain, Captain Polly Dunseen, where you see he's this sort of runt-looking halfling kid, doesn't got the shoes on, but he barely even has fucking hair on his feet, so he's just got like really well-shined feet. He's got these like black gloves that are also polished and shined to perfection, and this like sort of scraggly vest. As you come over, he gives you that sort of sharp glare, like a bad boy that he is. He goes,
I think Bunny is just like looking at him nonchalant, she takes a bite out of like some generic, slightly bland but still a little sweet like cheese pastry or something that she got off the table. And she looks down at his gloves and she's just like, "Nice sign. Good glove. I like it." The first thing she says to him,
"Dang right.
compliments his
What's up?"
his gloves. "I gotta know anything you got on Scowl. She's been I gotta know anything you got on Scowl. She's been acting weird lately. Weird. She whispers
He
it,
nods.
of course.
Yeah. Okay. Well, Scowl's a weird one. She's been all over the nose recently. We've been trying to get a beat on her, but to be honest with you, all of the places that she's been buying up, she's been either keeping the rent where it's at or lowering it, and it's frankly disconcerting. She's been buying up a lot of places in Tin Town as well, and speaking to some people who've been coming through. We think that she might be looking at some of the in-district. She's going for a big power grab, and I don't know why. No outward malicious intent yet, but...
Yeah, Bunny's face scrunches up, and even she, as a 4-year-old, understands to some degree the politics of the city. She's an orphan, and like she understands innately. What does he get out of this?
He shakes his head. Exactly.
It don't make sense.
Ain't nothing come free. Not even life. He points at you. We know that.
She nods.
No. Anything else, or you gonna leave?
She pops him like 2 gold for the information, and then just pops out.
You look down. Your shoes are already shined.
Holy shit!
He had someone do it while you were looking away. All right.
She nods. She nods. That's impressive.
The simples don't fuck around. All
the
right.
simples are like, listen. The simples do simple work, but they do it damn good.
You also tip 2 gold, which is a lot of money.
Yeah, we're orphans.
For orphans, it's all right.
Yeah, like the thing is, like,
you're all greedy bastards.
You gotta get in the head of the orphans here. No matter what you think, even if it's charity, this is still an organized crime group, straight up. Like, they're not hurting that bad, you know. They all get a good amount of money for what they do. They get paid well.
So, as you guys sort of reconvene at the second or third hour, we're gonna cut back. Is there anything that you want to really play out with the creation of this sort of back harness, or do you guys just want to get it done and then have it?
I'll say as like
sorry, go.
both. I'm assuming both of them are arriving back at the attic.
Yeah, at the end of like the third hour.
I'm gonna say as they're gonna walk in on us, and you just see Groog and fuck, I just went blank
Donnie.
on Siege name. Yeah, basically Donnie just grabbing the straps and like a fat woman in the Victorian era with like her corset. She's just trying to get this fucking thing clasped, like before he makes like the adjustment holes of like the belt.
Let's say you did it in the lunchroom.
Yeah, and it's just like, fuck, does it have to be this tight? My God! Donnie,
coming
what the
through this,
fuck?
Look, okay, I'm sorry. I wanted to do the measurements myself, but you insisted I use the ones that you gave me, okay?
Well, it was for her, not me.
Well, that's why I want... Okay.
Just do a
Maybe
quick
I can make it a little more
readjustment,
snug. Actually, wait. Let me see.
Nah!
No wonder you left it on too tight. There are little... There's straps here. You're meant to...
my
Here,
God.
let me help you. There you go.
Groog
There
looks like
you
he's
go.
like a pimple about to pop.
Okay. Are you feeling better?
Yeah.
Okay.
He's as red as the icon.
Next time I'll make an instruction manual.
God. Oh,
Can
hey,
we
buddy.
say, hey, this is for you, Siege. Can we say that you incorporated like a spare backpack into it to make it look like it's just like a travel pack?
Yeah, and
Like
also
hanging
it
from,
has
like,
like also because like it's a standing thing, there is a single like arm like rest kind of thing that I'm imagining, and it has a cup holder.
Yeah, I see it. I see it as kind of like, you know how like the seats are
He's got a
situated
cup
on like a
holder at his
carriage.
fucking
Mhm.
hip.
It's like a carriage seat, right? And it's got
Mhm.
like a little handle
Yeah.
and a cup holder, and then from the bottom of the seat is like my bag that we like put onto it.
I was
I
imagining.
was picturing like
go
one
on.
of those branch carriers, you know, like you have a bunch of sticks and stuff on the back, and you just have like an L shape.
Oh, like a basket?
Because I was
exactly, yeah.
Yeah, I was imagining like you guys incorporated a spare backpack to the actual seat of it, so that Bunny could hide inside and just like pop out to fucking punch people randomly with fucking shots. Just pepper
Either
them.
way, it's just a more structurally sound sort of
Yeah, way
back
to-
platform
yeah,
slash
it's
bag.
great. It's a sniper tower.
And as these two sort of walk in, you would see Groog, still red as a red grape, smiles at the camera. But he seems relatively well set up with this strange little looking backpack. Question.
Oh, wait.
Since you changed this from the skateboard to this, does it still have flames on it?
Oh my god,
No,
only on the inside, so only she can see.
no, it's still purple.
And there,
Still purple?
and
Okay.
also I forgot to remove one of the wheels. I don't know where it is.
Okay.
There's just a fidget spinner wheel for Bunny to just fuck with.
I guess.
It's like to the top of Junkrat's guns. It's just got a reel on it, you know, just for fun.
The other wheel was incorporated into the cup holder though. Also,
Okay.
so it's like instead of like it's like a really tiny cup holder. It's essentially only for shot glasses.
And then
I love fidget spinners.
I'll hold out my like flat palm to Bunny and kind of just like motion my hand.
Oh
Not
yeah,
saying
Bunny,
anything.
we made this for you. Why don't you give it a shot?
You see Bunny still covered in quickly melting snow. She bounds up on all fours and just jumps up on top of it, back to back against Groog, and pulls out her crossbow.
Mm-hmm.
And she nods approvingly. They got each other's
now-
back now. She can cover his
Okay.
back and shoot at people who are coming up from behind. She likes it.
Allow me
Nice.
to demonstrate some of its abilities. Now, as you can see, there is a polymer mag right here. It just goes like hard. Okay. Yeah. As you can see,
Spam call,
there
we're
is. There's a cup holder. There's a place for you to sit, and there's even a little pouch inside the pouch, so that way, if you need to like have something like ready on hand, but you don't want to like jingling around, you can actually use that. So if you got some gold coins, or if you have some like little-
Eardurdy has goldfish cracker crumbs in it.
yeah, Yeah, Groot got a little hungry.
Just because I know it may come in handy in the future, can I spend a Regimancy to say that we also took time to put a seatbelt in?
Okay. In that case, I will say instead of adding, it's not going to take an extra hour to add a seatbelt. That does mean that if Bunny is inside it, she will have to take a bonus action to clip and unclip herself in and out of it. However, if
It's
more stable.
if you are like attacked, I won't have you have to roll to like stay attached to Groog.
Yeah, no, that's good shit.
Yeah.
And then she could choose to clip or not clip, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Okay.
Go ahead and take that Regnomancy out then.
Can I add a? Oh wait, I want to use a Regnomancy so I can add something extra to it.
Okay.
Mhm.
What is it?
Okay, I use my Regnomancy. I'm like, oh, one last thing. There is actually something I wanted to show you that I added on, so that I can add on if you want. You can just have it on the side. Here you go, Bunny. And it is a. You see, like, there's a little like hole
It's a ball
that you can
scrungler.
no what? He like screws it in. There's like a tiny like little screw hole that you see, and you just see Reinadon. He screws in this tiny little piece of metal, like it's a tiny little rod, and he's like, "Okay, would you be so kind as to click the top of this?"
She clicks it.
And up flies out, and it's just like a giant like flag. And
It's a fucking war banner.
It's a war banner, and it's just like And the reason why
Does
I'm
it have
wasting
like
a
the
Regnomancy.
orphan gang like symbol on it, or what does it have?
I'm specifically thinking, and Reinadon took the time because he wanted to be really nice, even though Grug did what he did with his hand. He made it so it's like a crudely drawn picture of Bunny and Grug next to each other, faces like right next to each other, and they're angry, and it's like
Dude, that goes hard.
And I'm trying to think, it's like Bunny and Groog.
You just hear click, 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 click,
Knock it out.
click, click. It goes back in.
You know what? I will say that I worked on Groog with this. Groog, what do you want on this? Like the face has to stay, but like the caption itself, you choose.
So here's the thing.
Mm-hmm.
Considering he's an orc,
Mm-hmm.
normally a lot of times orc would just like, okay, tribe. However, he killed his tribe,
Mm-hmm.
meaning he doesn't really have an allegiance even to the gang he joined up with. Really, he's just his own man. Over time, each one of you guys have slowly like earned his respect for doing something for him or showing that like you are like an actual like warrior. So if anything, he would probably make a symbol that represents the group that he's now finding himself respecting and joined up with.
Like this party particularly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Um
I think in that case, do you guys want to, once Reese gets back, do you guys want to decide on a party name?
name for the group.
Currently we have.
So far, we've pitched Faithless and the Toy Takers.
I was about to say Blood Moons, but then I realized, oh wait, that's 40k.
Mm-hmm.
Does Pollo have any ideas
Let's
besides?
see. Toy.
I did the Faithless.
Oh, Faithless, you're right. Do we all want to do a contribution, and then whoever we just put them all in a hat and see who wins?
Sure.
Do a
We can all just do a
1d5?
positive. We can all just do a positive vote. And what that means is
That's true.
we put the contributions down and everyone votes for the ones they would like, and whichever one gets the most wins. All right, all for Faithless.
Okay.
Aye.
Bye.
Aye.
It has been decided. The group of you four shall now be known as Faithless. Okay.
This was a accidentally very like smooth segue into actually like, oh, we're now officially a group.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So the Faithless, the four of you come together. The Faithless four, come towards each other in this moment at the beginning of the day. Pollo, do you want to introduce what you have learned about the group, and then you can plan accordingly?
You just see Bunny riding on the new platform on Groog's back, just staring at you.
Okay, so what did we find this morning? If since we spent so much time looking around.
Bunny hops down and plops a couple of papers down on the table. There's surprisingly detailed notes written down on them while you guys were busy doing whatever during that. Definitely not a bio break. She was writing down notes on what she learned, and it essentially boils down to Mrs. Scowell just fucking buying up properties across the board, all over the city. And for some reason, she's not increasing prices at all. In some cases, she's lowering rents and lowering prices. And that's fucking suspicious as fuck. At the very end, you see in big letters, "What's in it for her?" Question mark.
So it seems Bunny has compiled an entire little presentation for us. A little map.
Oh, it's covered in
notes.
different color crayon scrawlings. Like, imagine one of those like conspiracy maps with the red thread, but it's all made in crayon.
Jeez, Bunny, you're like 4.
She shrugs.
Connectant or connectant?
You know what? That's fair. Fair enough. Donnie, you got your beauty sleep.
Yeah, I'm rested and raring to go.
So, did you get your box open?
Yep,
Fantastic. We're gonna. Well, okay.
it's
With a lollipop?
not exactly. Well, it's personal. I'd rather keep it to myself for now. I'll let you guys know later, though.
And you, Grook, what'd you do today, this morning?
You're looking at it.
He
Groog
turns to the
sat on
side.
the table while waiting for someone to strap something to his back.
Yeah, he turns to the side, and you see this like gloriously well put together platform with bunnies standing on it, with a seatbelt, a cup holder, a handle, and a little rod. And when Bunny presses the rod, you see a little flag with both of their faces on it, and underneath, the Faithless.
By the way, Donnie, was it?
Yeah. What's up?
You did good work on this. I appreciate it.
Anytime. I appreciate your appreciation.
Wait, we have a group name?
I believe
Yes.
Groog came up with that, but I'm perfectly fine with it.
Faithless
Well,
4. We're the Faithless 4. As Greg told me, fuck Faye.
She says as loud as she can.
You know, I'm.
Should we be teaching her to cuss at this young age?
I am-
Language, it's my birthday. No,
Well,
not you,
happy-
the person. I mean, like, it's the really mean little fairies. They hurt.
Happy
Oh,
birthday! Happy birthday!
Happy birthday. Happy birthday.
They go back to eating the candle on top of their
Oh my
cake.
god, that's so cute.
Reinadon just like goes back to Groog. It's like, oh, that's awkward. That's really awkward. He said it back. It is
Well,
not, in fact, my
Bunny
birthday.
punches you in the arm, but it feels like a light slap from like a leaf.
Little did anyone know, it was actually Groog's birthday.
A single tear
Poor
going down
Groog.
his eye.
What's a birthday?
So normally I'm a bit begrudged to say fuck a specific thing, but yeah, no, them face suck.
The fireflies are nicer though.
You keep going on about fireflies. Anyone seeing fireflies in here?
She points right next to your
fireflies?
head.
They're the red one right there.
Do I see it?
Make an Arcana check.
It would be soul sense, wouldn't it? Or spell sense?
Or no, yeah, Spirit Sense. That's right.
What would I roll for spirit sense?
Spell sense. It's an actual unique skill. It's in your skill system.
Oh. Wait, I just realized. Do we get that since we gained powers?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Your soul becomes
And your
equal
soul is equal to your spell casting, so it's 16.
Constitution. Yeah.
Okay, +3. Cool. 18.
Nice.
You squint and you see it's almost like for a moment as you focus, a little spotlight goes over where Bunny pointed, and you can vaguely sort of see little wisps. But you don't get the impression that it's because you can see them. You think it's because she pointed them out to you.
Yeah, they're right there.
I turn my head to like look at this. I
Uh,
squint
I-
my eyes.
Go ahead. Sorry.
And I'm just gonna say that he auto fails because I don't think he has the ability to spell sense
Yeah,
right
no,
now.
no.
Uh,
His key isn't circulated enough.
Yeah, and he's like, "Am I just fucking stupid?"
She holds out her hand.
There we go.
Come, friend.
And you see a flicker in her hand as her hand begins to glow like this deep red, and a little flame pops into her hand.
See? Firefly. It's a firefly.
A little fire.
A tiny little fire in her hand. Just it's like a Bic lighter.
Not by my head.
It's a Bic lighter. It's not gonna hurt you.
I think fire usually does hurt people, Nevi.
You
It's like literally
A
the
small
size of
fire.
Small
Stop!
fire.
Oh my
Stop
God. Oh my
ruining my
God.
scene.
Oh no!
It's literally the size of a Bic lighter, just in the center of her fucking hand. And then she closes her hand, and the glow fades.
Firefly.
I would.
You know what? I'm not gonna question it anymore. Sure, Bunny. There's some fireflies.
I don't know why you're patronizing it. They're right there.
I literally cannot see whatever the hell it is you're talking about. I think you're probably messing with me, and I don't think kindly of that. So I'm just gonna pretend
I'm gonna like insinuate like strongly with like gesturing like with my pointing finger at it. Just it
Literally, right there.
You know what? Maybe I'm the problem.
A little. Okay, as group points,
3 spellcasters.
little
and
spark
spell dead man. Go ahead.
flies off his finger, and a little red like thing starts to sort of float next to your head, Poyo.
Oh,
Holy shit! Fuck! Whoa!
I.
And it
Okay.
fades away.
Okay.
and
That
he's
one's
just
name is
staring at his
Maurice.
hands, not begrudgingly, incredulously, but at the same time, like, what the fuck just happened?
Shit. Well, that happened.
I try to do it again.
You do it again
Oh,
with a shower of sparks this time,
oh.
like a gorilla finding out that he can paint.
Oh, fire.
Bunny does a little tapping on your on the top of your head, and you hear her say,
Maurice likes you. Maurice likes you, Greg.
and
Maurice
you
likes you.
and you even named it. Well, counting the fact that you're not crazy, that's great.
I'm gonna do it one more time.
It's you do it, and for just a brief moment, you see several where Bunny, you look around, it looks more like there are lights being conjured in the space where the fireflies are.
Oh.
And they disappear as soon as they're brought up.
Player to DM, I'm curious, is this prestidigitation or is this
It's
bonfire?
prestidigitation. One instantaneous sensory effect.
What the fuck did I smell?
Well,
You sneeze, a little glitter comes out.
I'm gonna. No, not today. I'm just gonna pull out a piece of jerky and look at it and inspect it.
All of the jerky is covered in this dust now, right?
Yeah, I put it in the bag and shook it.
Yeah, it's a little shiny. What's up, Poyo?
So I'm gonna gesture to Bunny, and go, Bunny, hit me with your tools, your crayons.
She pulls out a pack of crayons under the table, and you see that they were taped there, and just throws them to you.
Damn, you came prepared. Okay.
Orphan crayons.
He pulls one of the crayons out, and he begins looking at the little map that she has, right? Of the garden.
Oh, she didn't make a map.
Oh.
She made a conspiracy board of all these different things she wrote down.
Oh, okay.
That are surprisingly like well written, but not greatly worded. But
Okay.
it wouldn't be too hard to like intuit what it means.
Okay. So Poyo pulls out. Fair enough. Poyo pulls out a napkin and he begins to draw his little map. He's like, all
Okay.
right, so this here, and he does like a little circle. This here is the park, right? Here's the thing though, the park has an entire outside wall, and he draws like thicker with like the marker, or not the marker, the crayon, like thick border around it. He's like,
Mhm.
that's a big wall that I don't think anyone's gonna be able to cross over.
Bunny
then
looks at you
here-
incredulously, as
Li-
if that was a
listen.
challenge.
Listen, I ain't challenging you. Come on. You know better. And then we have here, and he draws like a little dotted line across, trying his best to be like as delicate as possible. This here, the gate. There's only one entrance through the gate, and I believe it's invite only or something like that. I don't know. They have gods there, and they're not cool.
They have gods there. Oh my god.
Yeah, that's what I heard.
Gods.
I thought the gods
know.
were dead.
Screw you for trying to do this accent. Anyway, they have gods there, and the gods they are constantly on patrol. And they got windows in the front, but they don't have them at the side. And I've done a little bit of snoop. I noticed that there's an area over to the left here, and he goes to like where the gate meets the building.
The building, yeah.
Well, you can probably put a ladder down, but the problem is that the view of that is literally right in front of the constable's little fucking station thing.
We
right?
need smoke bombs.
Yeah,
Distraction.
so we're gonna need a distraction, and we're gonna have to make sure that the guards who are sitting over there, like a couple hundred feet, don't notice us using a ladder.
You see
Okay.
Bunny like bouncing up and down. I know what to do. I know what to do. I know what to do.
Hey,
Mm,
Okay,
Okay.
you got an idea?
And she mimes like throwing, and she's like,
I'm gonna throw a smoke bomb into the constabulary.
That is a very risky idea.
please don't tell me we have to go see Binch again.
Do you have smoke bombs?
No, I can go buy some though,
God damn
or
it.
I can start a fire.
Oh
you
god.
see
we
her
gotta go
eyes
to
light up.
office.
Bunny, please don't.
Not by my head, please.
Okay,
Well then we also have the problem of this, right? Where are we gonna get the ladder?
You hear an ominous laughter down the hall.
Oh no. Dude, I am sick of seeing
smell money.
I am sick of seeing Pincher. He is listen, like you could see the guy in doses, right? But like seeing him like 3 times, 4 times in like less than a week, you're gonna want to smash your head against the wall, you know?
I'm just gonna
Broke.
throw it out there. I hate this guy more than the Fae.
I
Strong
am broke.
words.
I cannot.
I have 25 monies to name.
I have
mean your name?
68. I think we could probably get a smoke bomb and a ladder with that. Yeah, right? can do that.
Fantastic.
Probably.
The group of you would know that a 20, or not even a 20-foot, a 10-foot ladder would weigh about 25 pounds and cost roughly 2 gold pieces. It is not contraband, so you would not be looked at suspiciously if you purchased it from a wholesaler, meaning that you do not have to worry about buying it from Pincher if you don't want to.
Oh, thank God.
Smoke bombs would be harder to pitch as you are children.
God
Li-
damn it.
Listen, for all you know, we just want to make a really cool fog machine. Now shut up.
Not to say something crazy, not to say something silly. When Bunny said that she could create fire and Gru can create fire as well, I think that does strike you as something that might be a bit difficult with snow around, but fires in the middle of an aristocratic district would still be scary to a lot of people.
and it would create a massive distraction.
Just a thought.
You know what? Maybe we should get some tinder and wood. Scare some people with a bunch of impromptu awesome.
Like
you
all,
know?
all things considered, she can't actually summon fire. That's just flavor. It's just control flame. It's her showing that she can like talk to flame sprites and like use them. But like us two starting a fire would fuck some shit up.
Oh, this is perfect then. So what we do is we distract them in the opposite side of the districts. Do you mind actually pulling up the district map real quick?
Absolutely. You pull out your map and you do your whole shit
So-
with it.
It's snowing, right? But what if we were to start a fire over here and
I'm making that's
I'm
the C is for constabulary. I'll put.
I'm
an
gonna
F over
expect you
here.
guys to be smart about this, but you could start
I
one
don't
right
think-
here.
Yeah, I don't think starting one near the check space is a good idea. They could spread. That'd be really bad.
That's why I'm putting it right here, right out in the open.
That's not
We're
gonna work. The
Hmm.
snow doesn't burn, dummy. It doesn't
That's why
burn.
We're gonna get tinder and wood. We're gonna start a proper fire.
That's not suspicious at all.
Yes,
to men-
yes, but here's
Not
the
to
thing.
mention, it can also
you
catch
hear-
this thing on my back on fire.
You hear a perfect mimicry of Constable Clodsman.
Yes, fire, not suspicious at all.
How do the other orphans in the room react to this?
Everyone starts screaming.
guys,
Clodman's here.
guys.
Clodman's here.
Dun,
No,
dun, dun,
no,
dun.
no, it's fine, guys, relax. She's like,
False alarm. False alarm. Everyone gets off the tables.
I don't like how whenever I hear that voice, I think of those fucking like you just did, Avi. It's those stupid fucking Aviones.
well, what do you suppose we do then? You guys want to start fires? You can start fires, but we're gonna have to do something to distract the constable and the freaking gods.
Firebomb the constabulary.
I don't want anyone to go to prison.
I would like to not have my back set on fire.
Also that.
Your back's not gonna be on fire.
You are sitting in wood.
I can't.
Technically, you would be the one who would be starting the fire, Groog.
You had you had magic, don't you?
Do I?
Here, she holds out a little stick.
Set it on fire.
She's just assuming that you can start fires like her because she thinks that's how all magic works.
As he kind of just meekly raises his finger to the tip of it and tries anything.
The whole building goes on fire.
Oh no.
You concentrate on the stick for a moment, and what are you doing? Are you just like staring at it? Are you pointing at it? What are you up to?
I'm pointing my finger tip to tip.
It lights on fire.
Oh,
You just confirmed a very stupid bias for this little girl.
oh,
All magic users can simply start fires.
oh.
Look at that. We did it. Now,
A dark thing has joined its brain with Groove.
A possible pyromaniac has just been born.
You hear
know.
Bunny say in Elvish,
Come, Quince.
and it just goes out, and she throws the stick on the table.
well, we got our answer. Now, how are we
Wait.
gonna?
Then what was the other thing? Yeah, when I was shooting colorful things out of my hand. What the fuck was that?
Are you gesticulating while you're doing this?
Yeah.
It's the sparks are shooting out as you're gesticulating. When I was shooting sparks out of my hands.
Can I make an Arcana check, just flat?
Sure.
Okay, let's see if I know what that is. I'm sure Donnie would know what it is, but I want to see what Blood Bunny thinks.
Yeah,
it
Donnie,
is.
you can also spell sense. You can
She
spell
got a
sense, or you can
straight
use
up
Arcana
10.
even.
Okay.
Okay.
Let me check.
Bunny, you see some fireflies sort of swirling around where Groog's tummy is.
She smiles, but she doesn't know what the fuck it is. She doesn't know what prestidigitation is.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder if I had to do with that dust or with that sparkle shit.
You good?
Groog
Donnie?
is still again fighting the urge like an ex-smoker to bite onto the jerky.
Fucking Bunny goes and gets him a plate of food.
Did I hit my nap? Whatever. Okay, whatever. I got what I got. Spell sense plus I got a 5.
5? Okay. Yeah, looking at Groog, you get the impression, definitely because you've seen him doing magic, but also like you sort of squint with that same like discerning eye that has given you a leg up in your tinkering, and you get the impression that he's changed in some way, but it might have been something more egged on than something that he just managed to receive like he just had a new cherry on top and now he's magic.
Mm.
So yeah, something pushed him over the edge rather than something just giving him magic.
With a 5, that's still pretty good, but yeah. And then yeah, you guys are free to
He's got jazz hands,
figure out
guys.
plans.
I'm gonna do
Yeah.
one more thing. I don't know how this works yet, so Groog is just gonna think of a turkey leg in front of him and see if he can like make one appear.
Hold on. You so your fingers sparkle. Sure. What's
Can I
up?
petition that he summons the harmless smell of a turkey leg?
You hold your hand open like you're ready for a plate of yummy turkey, and a flat PNG of a turkey leg appears in your hand.
I try to eat it.
It is illusory, unfortunately.
Shit. That was my idea.
I think Bunny sets
Okay.
like a plate of, I don't know, mashed potatoes down in front of
It's
you.
like
from
one of
the
those
cafeteria.
artifacts where when you turn your hand to like rotate it, it still faces you.
Either smoke or fire. Which one do you want?
How about, just so I don't get set on fire, how about we just throw Bunny over the wall?
No, okay, I was gonna go and set the constabulary on fire. Well, you guys get ready the ladder. When you see the smoke, you go, all 3 of you, and then I come and
So
catch up. I can climb
you want-
walls.
So you want to kick the bee's nest for before we do a crime?
No, it's a distraction. I've done this before. I know what I'm doing. You always distract with the other hand. That's pickpocketing 101. I don't know what that means, but I was told it's pickpocketing 101.
I mean,
Distract
I
with one
guess it
hand,
would-
take with the other.
I guess it would get the constables off my back.
I go to the south side, and I set the
future.
constabulary on fire, and then I run. And I scale the wall on the other side, and I meet up with you on top of the building.
See, that's the thing. In my experience, when you set things on fire, people tend to very quickly look to see who done it while
I'm gonna
putting
be
it
on
out.
top of the roofs. Roofs.
All right. I'm
So,
putting my hands up on
just
this
to
one.
just to be sure that you guys understand, she's saying that she's going to be on top of one of the roofs near the constabulary, and the idea is that she'll get a firebomb, and she'll light it and throw it through one of the windows, and then bounce and parkour her way all the way to the wall and climb up the wall itself to meet you on the other side. Because she can spider climb, you guys can't. She has a distinct advantage in this specific circumstance for being able to do this and getting the fuck away. She's your best stealth in the party, and I think you guys recognize that with all the shit she's pulled off so far.
Kruger at this point kind of just resigning to whatever the group wants to do. He has no idea how to do it at all.
Well, you're the fastest that we got, and if I can make these two hustle and help me get the ladder over into position, we should be able to get this done relatively easily. Does anyone else think we could do something else?
I'm more of the blunt approach, so he wouldn't be asking me.
What about you, Donnie?
I think that's the best course of action, honestly.
Do you think we can get a retractable ladder?
You know,
Think that's
that's a good
possible?
question. Let's go look at the local shopping district and get something from the hardware store.
And I'll go to Pinter to buy a firebomb.
You
Oh,
do that.
Okay.
And so it begins.
Still listening.
I've been muted. Whoops. The party goes to Home Depot.
Ding.
I'd say you guys are probably heading down to
Bunny's gonna,
Evergreen Road area. That's
Bunny's
where
gonna
most of the
stay
hardware
behind and
stuff is.
spend time getting the things necessary for a firebomb.
I will say a firebomb will cost roughly 50 gold pieces.
Okay, she can afford that.
Okay.
She has 18 gold left.
And then you guys are going to try and find a retractable ladder. Is that right? Roll me just an investigation, whoever wants to roll it. And then the rest of you will give that person advantage.
All right. Ready?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I'm not getting good rolls today. 9.
9? Okay. I think you find a place where you can get, like, 10-foot ladders and, like, 20-foot ladders that are foldable. They are made out of wood, though, so you would still need to carry what is roughly, like, oh, God. I want to say, like, 30 pounds of wood. Yeah, no, like, not even 30 pounds, like, fucking 40-pound wooden ladder that has a hinge in the middle that you can, like, extend to make it 20 feet, but it's a little fucked up.
Yeah.
That said, it'll only cost you, like, 3 gold pieces.
else is gonna have to
I'll
do
pay
it.
for it. You said 3?
Easier to hide than a
Alright.
full fucking ladder.
I pay them 3 gold pieces.
Okay. So then you have your component pieces parted and ready. Would you just get ready to start it now?
Yeah, we're gonna get into position and wait for the signal, which is obviously the fire.
Bunny's before she gets in position, she's taking the firebomb and she's placing it in like just a spare pouch she found lying around at the check space, along with the small jar of olive oil. With the
You have like a little sort of Molotov cocktail looking
Exactly.
thing with the rag pointing like poking out of the bag as well as like a bottle of olive oil. Yeah.
Exactly. So the firebomb will start the fire, and the olive oil will ensure that it goes at least a little while. And also, she doesn't like the constables. She's not out to hurt anybody, but she definitely wants to do some fucking property damage.
All right.
She's had to deal with them a few times. She's a little arsonist. So I think she's going to parkour her way over on top of this building, slowly and steadily, and just scout out a window with nobody inside. She's just looking for a place where nobody will get hurt, it'll start a fire, and it'll start some panic.
Well, you tell me. If you can see any windows without anyone inside. You're currently under an like an overhang, but you can easily spider climb up this.
Is there no windows on this side?
The windows are
looking for the
frosted. You'll have to get closer to see inside them.
All right, let me roll a stealth roll. She's going hard stealth here. And her, she's tucked her bunny ears back into her thing just to make sure she's not as identifiable if she does get seen.
Okay.
19, 20, 21, 24. I'm on the
That's
roof.
pretty
so I don't-
solid.
Yeah, no. I was lucky. I'm on the roof, so I was like, man, I don't get advantage. I don't get advantage. I don't get advantage. Okay, so
Am I with her, by the way?
no, you're with
You
them.
can be. You
I
said
mean-
you were going to be with the others, but if you want to be with her, that's fine too.
I'm probably better with the others.
Is that a frosted glass window right there? What am I seeing in it?
All right. So as you're sort of sneaking over, could you please repeat what you were saying?
I was asking, as I get as close as I can on top of here and I peer into these windows, what am I seeing? Am I seeing shadows behind them, people moving
Oh,
around?
no. Like, if you're not, like, able to see it, you can't see it. Like, the vision is specifically set
Oh, you
up.
have the attenuation on? Okay.
Yes.
So yeah, she's going to coast on her last roll, and she's gonna crawl up the wall as best as she can, hiding herself. And
When you hop down and look inside, you see the grate that leads down into a depressed sort of like holding cell area, and vaguely you can see an older gentleman who is on the lap of a younger woman, and he seems to be groaning. And this young fella over here is just sort of kicking his feet, looking around. It seems to be a holding cell.
Is that a frosted window, or is there like an opening?
This is particularly like a grate. It's roughly 1 foot tall and like
Is there a way I
maybe
can
2
fit the
feet wide.
firebomb through it?
It is pretty strongly like screwed onto the brick. The brick. It's
okay.
like a
Yeah,
a
there's no
jail
way.
cell grate.
She's gonna keep moving her way down.
You just see another. You see what you see. You see
And
a
it's another
guard
grate,
who's
not
walking
another.
down this
No
way.
frosted window.
This is another grate. Yeah.
Am I seeing any
These are
breakable
more.
windows?
It's like it's so close together, like the,
Yeah, no, I get it.
little grate things that you have to be close to see it. Yeah.
Am I seeing any like actual breakable windows anywhere? Oh.
You walk up to this one and you
Yeah.
see an actual glass window with cell bars. This guard is sort of. They seem to be looking vaguely at the window, but as you walk up to it, you don't think that they can see you through the window. It seems like you being closer to the window means that they can't see it.
Okay. Cell bars. Okay. This'll work. She's gonna climb back up here, around, come on through. She's gonna light the firebomb, and she's gonna pitch it at this window as hard as her little fucking arms can. Doing her best to just break the glass and get that entire area on fire.
Roll me a dexterity ranged attack.
Let's go. Do you know why she chose to do this, guys? She has fighting style archery, which means ranged attacks get a +2. All right.
Yay!
Okay. It's improvised, so it is not at proficiency, but that's still +4. That's really good. $18.
An 18 as you throw this strange bag with the tip lit. It smashes through the glass window, and you see it sort of breaks halfway on the actual bars, which sends sparks flying through the actual grate as if it was being
She doesn't
pushed
stop to watch.
alongside
She
a
just
plating
fucking
thing.
bolts.
You hear a cat and
No!
a guard go,
Oh.
"What?" As
And she's gone.
you sprint away.
She's fucking gone. She's running. She's parkouring as fast as she can.
Please make me a athletics as you attempt to sprint to where the other party is.
14.
14? Okay, you're making your way over as fast as you can. Other party, you see a small plume of smoke start to rise from the constabulary.
Well, that's a sign if I've ever seen it. All right, buds, it's time to do this. Let's go.
All right, I'll help them put the ladder up.
Yeah, we're gonna.
You
put
can
the
roll
ladder-
me just a very quick stealth check You're gonna have advantage,
Okay.
each of you.
Nice. 19.
19. All right.
Stick it to the man.
Moves through.
You said on advantage, right?
Advantage, yes.
I'll take it. 17.
17
that's
makes
solid.
it. All right.
All right,
Let me do this real quick.
We got a very, besides Groog, we have a pretty dex-heavy crew, so...
Mm-hmm. If the kid orphan crew didn't have high dex, I would be
Yeah.
angry at you.
24.
Oh, thank God, I saw that
I got
5!
an at 20 on the
Thank God.
second
What?
one. I got a natty.
Let's go!
All right. As you are
Natty
like
light.
wrenching yourself over as the last person, you see Bunny sprinting along the tops of the roofs, and in a moment of inspiration, you, with your other arm that's not holding onto the fence, wrench it over so that it becomes a platform that she can jump along, and she sort of like Naruto runs along the rungs of this ladder from the other side of this like long gap and makes it just over your shoulder as running down the side, Constable Claudeman is screaming about, I smelled it, I smelled fire, I know orphans are somewhere. And
Pull up the ladder. Pull
you
up the
all
ladder.
manage,
Pull up the ladder.
God, he's freaking neurotic.
I mean, is he wrong?
He's not wrong.
And,
Not wrong in this case, but still.
and
Pull up the
you all
ladder.
manage
Pull up the ladder.
over.
No, I pulled it in already.
And Bunny just points into this alcove to hide the ladder. That way we have a way out if we need one.
Okay.
It's a quick and easy way out. And
Yeah,
we've got a
you
way in
think
and out.
if you use the ladder to get on top of some of the buildings that are like attached to the wall, you can use the ladder to get onto the first floor, onto the second floor, third floor, and then on the roof, over on top of like the main wall. It's oddly like staircase shaped, these multiple apartments.
So,
That was fucking fun, by the way. That was cool.
Yeah.
Are you making your way to the address that the worker gave you?
mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right.
Bunny's buckling in.
Alrighty, folks. We did it. We made it in record time, and no one's the wiser. Now we just gotta act like we belong here, and no one will fucking stop us, you know?
As you walk up, you see a imposing, dark, terrifying mansion. It's somehow more tall and more crooked than all the other apartments alongside it. And seeing through the black curtained windows, there's this almost eerie orange-red light coming from inside, like sickly blood pouring from wounds in a darkened facade.
Can Bunny spell sense to intuit how the sprites in this area feel? Kind of like, just what is up with this area?
Give me a spell sense.
Yeah. I like the implication that her spell sense and her magic works through sprites. It's very fun. It's nice flavor. 8, 9, 10. That's an 11.
Feels a little stagnant, but nothing too out of the ordinary besides the other places. You see an imposing door.
Oh, God.
I have to ask you now, are you intent on knocking or entering? Smile.
Well, Pollo Loco doesn't have it in him to knock on this lady's door and politely ask for her to come out.
I think Bunny unbuckles and hops down, and like you just see her like look down for a moment and just like grimace at the snow on the ground, and she walks up and she looks back for approval as she motions for knocking.
Hey, DM,
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna spend the regnomancy.
Yeah?
Pollo,
Shit.
behind Groog, undoes his mask, takes a deep breath, and for the first time ever, you see him not wearing his mask. He knocks on the door.
Nice. Oh,
Choosing the direct approach. I respect it. And that's where we're going to end today's session. Next time on Rusted Boar Regnomancy Interim, the clock strikes 12. We will have the aftermath of a unmasked Poyo knocking on the door of a darkened, imposing figure, of meeting this strange creature person in dark thorn-covered armor, and maybe a step closer to finding 12, at least, if they make it out alive.
I think Buddy's gonna have her moment next session. I'm excited and scared.
I'm gonna kill her next session.
No,
Oh,
not again!
God.
You said that last time!
Yeah.
All right,
I meant
thanks
it
for
this
coming,
time.
everyone. We hope you enjoyed this fantastic build-up. Stay safe, keep hydrated, and we all hope that you look forward to the next episode. Say bye, guys.
Goodbye, everybody.
Rusted Boar Regnomancy is brought to you by Nevi Alden
Siege Kirsten.
Reese Aldrich.
Bad God Leafy!
and viewers like you. Thank you.
Map and token assets created by 2 Minute Tabletop and Bad Goblay V.
All music used within the RBR podcast is used with explicit permission through a Creative Commons license or under fair use.
You may find them in the description below. Rusted Boar Regnomancy is produced by Levi, Nevi Alden,
And directed by Nevi Alden. Rusted Boar Regnomancy is published under a Creative Commons Attribution Share Alike 4.0 international license.
Rusted Boar Regnomancy is in no way affiliated with, supported, or endorsed by Hasbro or Wizards of the Coast.
We of the Rusted Boar crew earnestly hope you enjoy our production.
and now I delete this, and I get other music.
that was actually really cool. Like I saved that for like my
Yeah,
Cyberpunk hub game.
that's the opening
Yeah,
for one of our
Vangelis
other
is great.
campaigns, and it's really good.
Let
It's a
me send
classic.
you like send me a DM and remind me to send you like 8 songs exactly like that. I have an entire album by a guy named Mort Garson. If this is going in the podcast, please everyone look up Mort Garson Mysteries. It is a masterclass of old electronic music, and I love it.
I'll be honest,
Um,
it sounds like an offshoot of like the Hardy Boys, but I would totally read it.
He made one album and then disappeared, and it's still on Bandcamp. I love it.
It legitimately sounds like old 80s cyberpunk.
Yeah, no, that guy is the guy who did the opening to Blade Runner.
Yeah, I'm gonna contact this guy later.
1 second. I'm just doing.
Same, actually. That's going to be very useful for Apostle.
I love that artist. If you end up getting in contact with him, tell him that your friend loves him with all his heart.
I'm not gonna say that. That might creep
I
him
will.
out.
Fuck.
I will, buddy. Don't worry.
Thank you.
My friend sends you million mommy kisses.
My buddy is a big, huge, throbbing boner nerd for you, and he showed me music by
true.
you.
Okay. Hopefully this doesn't have ads. All right. So, we fade in at the stroke of midnight as all of you have already gone to bed in the pillow fort barracks of the Czech hideout, the attic. What are you typing over there?
I'm typing to Grant Moros. My friend is a
As long as
very
you're paying
big
attention.
fan, and we would love
AV
to
blushing in
feature
the corner
your
right now.
music on our podcast.
Nah, I just want to start the game.
Thank you very much. Take
Thank you
care.
very much. Love, kisses.
Stay
Love you.
safe. Love you. I mean, love you. I mean,
Daddy, I
Nevi.
mean, Daddy, I mean.
We're just sprinting back and forth.
I'm trying to.
You would see
Trying to
It's
think
like
of
a
good,
still. It's like
thing
his
for
model
him.
is completely stiff, and he's just
So,
like
I-
tumbling down the stairs. Oh,
God fucking
but-
damn it!
wait! Before we,
He's
I
wearing
do
this
have one...
bright
Yeah,
God
pink
fucking
jumpsuit.
damn
Sorry?
it!
I don't.
Sorry.
What's up?
I said, God fucking damn it. I know my exclamation is gonna get edited out, and this part is as well. But this is, I'm not gonna say anything else except I have met this character in a previous campaign, and I fucking hate him.
And as all of this sort of information, you can stop groaning now. As all of this
Sorry.
information,
I thought I was supposed to keep doing it as this whole thing was going
You're good.
on. My bad.
as your, it was just making me uncomfortable if I'm being
My
honest.
bad.
I thought I wanted it, I didn't want it. Time break and put Pincher back in the office and
Nevi, what
Donnie
was
and
that?
Groot back in the thing.
What?
Adorable.
I'm doing vocal exercises. Bunny is hard to maintain. What's the elevator screen? I want to be fully honest with you all. I have been practicing pronunciation on French words to get a better French accent. That's why that's part of the reason that I'm actually vocalizing her magic cues.
Oh yeah, you were always really
I'm
bad
very
at
bad at
French
French, yes.
As a French speaker, somewhat, you are. That is a gross decision.
I don't care. I really don't care. I want to be able to speak in Elvish, okay? Fuck, it's so hard. It's so hard to do the
Das.
uvular sound.
That's saying it.
What are you doing? I'm super confused right now. I'll be honest, but you know, huh?
The glowies. The glowies.
Glowies.
She points at a little thing in her hand that you still cannot see.
Well, listen. I don't think the police are around, but
That's a dumb joke. Fuck off.
Are you too happy that Tim Paul came back?
No. I legitimately hate Pim Paul with every fiber of my being. He's like dillweed. He's my dillweed. He's my dillweed. Or my fulbo.
Just a silly little guy.
So's dillweed, but you hate dillweed.
Mm-hmm. It's a burning passion.
Oh, the cat's asleep. He's all curled up and his head's all fucking like upside down and shit. It's adorable. I love you. I love you. Oh, he's stretchy. I meowed at him a couple times and he popped his head up and then looked at me and then he stretched and just got comfy again.
That makes sense.
The last 4 days.
Oh wait, that means it's almost Christmas.
And as the snow falls, I think everyone, you see snow for one of the first times this year,
Also,
if
one
not
sec,
the
one
first
sec.
time.
Siege, what are you talking about? There are 34 days in December.
What day is it?
Who's Christ?
It's like the 32nd.
Oh,
It's short week. That's our Christmas. It's short week.
it's short week. It's
short
short week.
It's
It's short
wait short
week.
week. Wait short week.
A short week. The fuck's going on?
Donnie? Siege?
Yeah. Oh, sorry. I don't know why. For a second in my mind, I thought I had to imitate Grug. Grug.
It's infectious.
Is
Okay,
all
my
I
bad.
did for
My mind was just
Simpoli.
kind of. Yeah. Okay.